first, we're starting the show off on location in downtown Fresno at the Kepler neighborhood school. Kepler is a public charter school with a focus on creating a culture of community and connection. And today we're learning about its students, staff, and how they make it all happen in the heart of downtown Fresno. With Ricky Dillon, superintendent of Kepler Neighborhood School. So you gave me the 10-cent tour, and I think my favorite part is the building. It's just a really cool downtown building, and I love the classrooms upstairs. It gives a whole different feel, something that I have never really experienced in the Central Valley. So let's talk about the Kepler Neighborhood School and what its history is here and how it came to be here.
So, you know, the idea of the school originated like in a living room space.
Oh, okay.
And then the parents got together and then they said, you know what, I want something different for my child.
Yeah.
And that's how usually charters are founded.
Right.
And in 2012, that's when the idea was tossed around.
Yeah.
And then they started the school, and in 2017 they bought this building. Well, actually we built the building, they bought the land.
Got it.
Yes.
Well, what was it that they wanted that was different than what schools were offering?
So I mean, every charter school has a niche, and you know they wanted something different than a traditional school.
Yeah.
And when you go into business, you know that's when you realize what who your customers are.
Yeah.
So they started off with small classroom sizes, and that's what we have up to up until today.
Yeah.
We have like 9 kids in TK. Our average classroom size is 15 kids.
Yeah.
So the focus is one-on-one.
Okay.
And that's what was missing. That they were missing in different schools, and that's what they did. In terms of academics and curriculum, we have state-approved curriculum that we follow.
Sure.
And then we offer, STEAM, which is science, technology, robotics. We do have sports. So the idea is to provide the same educational platform to kids, but with a hint of creativity and curiosity.
And I know you guys put a big emphasis on creating this culture of community. So, I think it's a really significant decision that you decided to be in downtown Fresno, and that you decided to plant your roots here and have kids come here and experience what the culture is like down here. How do you foster that sense of community, and how important that is for a place like Fresno with your students?
So when we say we know each kid by name, we actually know each kid by name. And here kids are heard, they're seen.
Yeah.
And the downtown community vibe, I mean, we attract kids from all walks of life.
All over, yeah.
All over. I mean, there's no zip code restriction. It's a school of choice. It's safer in downtown. When people they connect downtowns with safety or not safety, it's such a safe school that we have so much police presence here that we've never had incident. Yeah. Especially in these days, active and all that, and our parents are involved. I mean, they know what's happening in school. They can come and they can talk to us. It's much easier to talk to the superintendent, than in a bigger district where you have to wait until.
I mean, sometimes members of the media have a hard time talking to the superintendent, and here I am having a 5-minute conversation with you. Yes. I think having a school in downtown Fresno like this. I mean, I am from here. I'm from Clovis, and I know people who have lived here forever and spend hardly any time in downtown Fresno, and they really are missing out on a big piece of our history and a big piece of our culture. And these kids get to live it every day.
So, Emily, going back to your question about community, right?
Yeah.
We are in the center of the city.
Yes.
And the center it revolves us around the historic theaters, the arts, the museum, the city center, the city of Fresno office. So they get to see those things just live.
Right.
And that's what it is, and the whole idea is you're in the middle of the city, and then are you safe? Are you getting the education that you need to get? And then how much are you involved with the community? How much are you seeing? So we get people, their kids go here, they work here in downtown, and then and then they go here, and then they drop them up here, and then they know that my kid is just around the corner.
Right around the corner. Yep. How do you think that building that into a curriculum, building that into how kids experience school, how do you think that benefits them?
Well, I mean, it benefits. It's a 360-degree benefit.
Yeah.
It's all around. I mean, especially after the pandemic, it's about, you know, when kids are coming out of, everybody's coming out of COVID, you know, everybody's kind of, like, a lot of people are having issues with social and emotional learning.
Sure.
And here you are connected to an adult one-on-one, and where you have a safe place to say those things. And then that's how we resonate.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it's connected.
Yeah.
So parents can walk in anytime, they can talk with people, they can talk to their child, they can make decisions, and they can get involved.
And the whole, you know, having a satisfying human experience is about relationships. And it's so easy when you don't have community or you don't feel connected to your teachers or the man who owns the convenience store or somebody who works at the theater. It's so easy to feel isolated and to feel like you don't have a place. But I can see that kids here are really feeling connected to where they're from and where they're born and where they live. So I'm excited to take another look around. We're gonna go inside. After this, we're gonna talk about teachers, we're gonna talk about students, we're gonna look inside of a classroom. So Ricky, thank you so much, and we will be right back. Everybody else stay right there, we'll be right back.
Thank you, Emily.